What's up, guys? We're here with my Black and White Cup games. I just played for the first round. Really tight series. It's gonna go 3 games. I'll tell you that. I'm not gonna tell you if I win or not. But just switch sides here real quick and reset. So I'm using a triple psychic team that I really loved from SPL Week 6, where I defeated Dr. Quintana 93. My opponent Benbe is a bit of an Ubers player. He's using a kind of old style weatherless offensive team. Got what appears to be lead Rachi, Life Orb, or Banded Mamo, Specs Keld or Combine Keld, Band Knight, I think. Probably Technician Balloon and Scarf Latios. Could be Scarf Rachi and Rocks Mamo, I guess. But that's just my impressions at first. But we'll see right off the bat. He's going to lead with Mamos once. He's in fact going to be of the choice scarf Jirachi variety. So right off the bat, that cued me off. I went Pharaoh. I figure, okay, we'll tread hazards a little bit because he's kind of hazard runnable as well. And he's going to be superpower with Stealth Rock, which is weird. So that means he's not Icicle Crash or Endeavor. So that kind of cued me off to being a bit of an odd team, but probably felt like more of a 2013, 2014 team. Anyway, I get Spikes up here, and I'm just going to knock on. Thankfully, he lets me figure out the Kelly set right off the bat. Be expert belt there, so I'm going to let some leftovers. Now I go to Nicholas, predicting him to predict the Latios. He goes for Icy Wind, and now I predict him to be fearful of the Psychic and switch out to Jirachi, and I want to get Chip on that, so I go Focus Blast, and he's going to Hydro Pump, and it's going to clock me for 57%. So I'm probably in HP bug range, but he's not actually HP bug, so he hits again. Takes it for Nicholas. That's fine. I go Oxam. I figure, okay, now he's going to save and go Jirachi Freel, so I hit Power Fire, and I'm able to connect against that, which puts it in range after another spike for a follow up one. But he goes for U-turns, he Scarf. He's going to get momentum again and claim another kill, this time around with Breloom, which he's going to be able to go for a low sweep. But I'm going to go Landorus Seed to predict that. However, he still is going to be a menace threat with the Bullet Seed. And after low sweep speed drop, I'm now slower than him. And that make matters worse, he's going to go for Swords Dance. So now it just looks really challenging for me. Um, I got rocks to at least break multi-scale and chip other things, but he's going to get 4 hits he needed to kill me, it turns out. But I wouldn't have killed him with Empire Ice either way, so he would have still gotten this Mach Punch off, I think. Unless Empire Ice killed after another Life Orb turn. I don't think it did. I think it would need a high roll. Calculate another time. Doesn't matter. It happened as it did. He goes Mamoswine after I take that out with Psychic, and now he's going to go back to the Mamoswine, and I'm going to have to toss the Ferrothorn out now, as it is superpower. So it's able to take me out, of course, as we saw before from the damage. It was a -1 and did a similar amount. So yeah, at ±0, it would be trick. Now I go Tar. I need to get this 50-50 right to have a chance because I need to eliminate the Ice Shard. But he goes Keldeo foddering it, so I don't get the pursuit to kill it. And now he pretty much wins the game on the spot. While I do take the Keldeo out, Ice Shard in the back means he's able to revenge kill Latios and kill the Alakazam, which sits Sash. So even if if it was ESP Dragonet, which we saw later it was, then it's going to be a futile effort. He's going to flinch there, make matters worse. But yeah, it looks like I'm just going to fade out in this game. Well, I do get the Scarf Draco off here and here. He's going to be able to take me. He's going to be able to chip me with Side Shock into E-Speed range. I'm also in Ice Shard range. So it's going to be a wrap. He's going to win 2-0 with 2 priority users left against my weakened Psychic type. So yeah, Benbe's going to win game 1 in a really surprising twist of events. I kind of thought I'd be able to run through this game, the series 2-0, but nah, he played a really solid sequential game with a really dangerously offensive team, and that was able to match ball here. But game 2, I figured I could turn it around a bit. So I'm using a bit of rain team. I figured he was going to keep it offensive. He actually ended up going a bit more balanced, but he kept it within the vicinity of rain as well. So therefore, I had plenty of breaking powers myself. Um, and with that in mind, I was able to really demonstrate a game plan around Keldeo or Thunderous. So right off the bat, we're going to lead. I'm really Keldeo predicting to lead Pie to just get a circuit shot off. He's going to lead Tentacle, and thankfully I'm going to avoid the burn on turn 1 because that would have kind of derailed me a little bit. But now we're just going to switch to burns. I'm just hoping to burn on the same turn he does or a turn later. I just need to come out of this with him burned. My health doesn't really matter a ton because I have Protect up the ass for his Keldeo. But thankfully, I'm going to burn before him, which is a huge break for me. And he's not going to burn. So now he's taking consistent damage, and I'm not. So I'm going to make myself a bit healthier with Protect there. Yeah. And then I'm going to continue to just chip him down as he's letting me. At some point, I do know I want to go Keldeo. Or, no, that's right. I want to go Pharaoh to get damage off with rocks so I can put his Keldeo in like Draco range or Sacred Sword range, for example. We're actually going to both switch in the same turn. I don't think he's going to be fighting Gem. He goes for Earthquake, revealing that he's probably Scarf. I get rocks off there. Um, Now he goes Pharaoh as I switch out to Politoed. That's fine. I actually am in a position since I'm Encore where I can just Wald here no matter what. I don't mind letting up one layer of rocks. one layer of spikes or a layer of rocks. I don't know why I'm layering, right? You don't layer rocks, you know what I mean. But I get Skull Burn as the power whips, that's delightful. And now I think I get a bit greedy and go Thunderous on a Leech Seed. No, I actually go Pharaoh as he goes for rocks there. That's fine, yeah. I think I should have went Thunderous there though, because then I could have just won the game in the spot, but that's fine. He goes Keldeo here, and I get the spikes up, which is great. Um, Here I just fodder out Politoed because I know I'll be able to know the set, because if it specs, he'd kill with either stab, otherwise he wouldn't be able to. So it is in fact specs. Now I get Tentacruel in, and gives me an opportunity to spin, and potentially threaten with Toxic to force it out. He actually goes for Sacred Serpent predicting the spin, which is a really nice play by him to get some chip on me, but I still heal up so much from range dish that kind of inconsequential. Now he goes Latios, and I get a crit skull to add insult to injuries. Yeah, he's just been really unfortunate this game. Thankfully for him, I don't burn. Now I'm gonna protect here, expecting the attack Draco, but he goes for cover, so I figure okay, he specs for cover. So he switches out to Tentacruel. And I think I just skulled here. Yeah, to chip it, and now I think here I go to the Polytoad. Oh, sorry, the Ferrothwood to chip it with the Rapid Spin and then set up hazards again because of the below range with the burns. Yeah, the burn just really made such a big difference for me. So getting that burn was huge, and not him not burning was huge as well. And that's kind of showing this. And now I just set up rocks and a layer of spikes and take it out. I think rocks, spikes, and now he doesn't burn any of them. So I'm just sitting pretty. This game is pretty much won at this point. And I feel real bad because he didn't get any burns and I got all the burn luck. And that was pretty much what the game boiled down to ultimately. Yes, I'm sorry for all of this. um, Now I get back to my tentacle safely because I'm not burned, so I'm recovering each turn. Um, Ultimately, I think I could have won with the Thunderous regardless, just once I get this Toxic off. Just after I get an agility up with the damage on Pharaoh, it's either knocked or burned at this point in the game, then I'm fine. But I still feel bad. He really took his chance out of the play again. There's a little Psy Shock, and that's kind of like shocking me because he specs Psy Shock. I guess that hits like Chansey. But I go Latios here. And now he reveals to be Life Orbs. I don't really understand why he didn't just attack the tentacle before he would have had a free kill, but I guess he was thinking that I had 3 Life Orbs, so he's probably just not in the Life Orb metagame. But yeah, no, I didn't respect Life Orb at all. He turned it to have it, so thankfully it worked out as it did, funnily enough. Now I just get fodder with Tentacruel, but he just goes for U-turn, so it wasn't even a fodder really. I figured I could just win with Latios or Thunderous at this point. At this point, I'm just willing to trade Toxic. I don't think it's refreshed if his team is this old and he's not really respecting the modern sets. I'm just like, okay, that's fine. He gets the burn, but at this point, it's kind of too little for him. Um, yeah, I think he just played a good 2 games thus far. He just doesn't really know like the standards of Black White. So that happens. Anyway, I'm just gonna Scald into Pharaoh. I'm gonna chip it down as we see here. And now I go Thunderous on a Leech Seed, which is greedy, and now I get Keldeo in on a Gyro Ball, which works out nicely. And now I just take out a kill with Surf. He goes Keldeo, yup. I go Pharaoh's fodder, and now I just win the game with Thunderous. As you see, agility wins. So yeah, it's gonna be a wrap. Even a crit wouldn't have killed, barring like max damage. And he just forfeits there. See it? That's the agility up, Thunder, Ice, Thunder, killed. So I would have won the game. I did win the game. So it's a wrap. So now we're going into game 3. He's using a team that actually looks like a team that I built previously. This was like something I built all the way back during the start of Extra metagame when it was first released. And it was with this Protect Lander set that gave it more longevity. So basically the current Stealth Rock set, but use Protect over the Stealth Rock. I also think this one is superpowered because I wanted to take Balloon Drill, which was really common back then. You could have found this in the forums. I posted the set and the team with it, but also maybe it's just completely coincidental because this is a pretty common 6, I guess you could say. So we'll have to wait and see. But either way, standard rain, a standard sand game, so I'm leading Rotom as normal. And I Wisp turn 1. As he just respects Scarf and goes to Rotom, which is fair. I miss, so now we're in level playing field. I don't mind it, of course, because I just get it off here. And I predict him to Wisp here, so I'm just going to Wisp again myself. And he makes what I think is probably his first real misfight of set. I'm going Tar. With a burnt Tar, my Latios and Renix go really well. Go long term really well here, so my Renix probably win the game. I thankfully get the burn off, and now I also can pain split up a little bit here. So I'm up to 86 yet. It's great. So now, despite Rocks being up, I feel like I'm in a great position. And now I vault predicting him just to stand or go to Latios, and I get my spin off. He reveals not to be Balloon or anything. So yeah, this is the same team. Scarf, Magnezone, which was okay back then. Superpower Orlando as well, and still takes up Scarf. I get the spin off here. I predict him to not go for Earthquake. He actually goes for Superpower, and I'm actually really bulky in this drill. So I live it, and I give it. If he was my spread, I always live that. But if it was more offensive spread, then it might have been favorable for me. But either way, I now know he's not like a sword stance set or anything, so I go lane Re Nicholas, and I'm safe because I know I can't be trapped by Tara that's burnt either. So feeling a pretty comfortable position now. I go for focus, just trying to break the Tara, figuring okay, whatever he does can't threaten me anyway. Gives us both leftover super attacks. Now he goes Latios as I come mine. And I know fully well here that I just want to trap it, so not risking crit, I just go extra drill and it's a Scarf Tar, so he's going to get that off. And now, figuring he's going to expect a Chopple Tar, I go for Crunch here and I get faster Crunch. So I actually preserve my Tar, which is delightful, because I could come into something like an attack for Magnezone or the Burnt Tar. As he goes to the Burnt Tar here, I'm fine trading rocks at this point. I need to get them up because his Rotom actually is annoying at this point with the drill gone, being able to like stall burn turns. Opposing Rotom actually is the one thing I don't like about this team, and why I only use it like very rarely outside of that one SPL game. Anyway, I protect here. I'm just gonna get some more chip on it. He's gonna pain split, which is a smart play. I'm just lava blooming. I'm fine pursuing this so long as I keep myself out of Hydro range. I can stall some PP. And if he goes to a ground type, then one of them can't be Re-Nicholas. The other one is Scarf Chomp, which also can't be Re-Nicholas. But even if it does, it needs to like crit and a switch in. I can protect this guy out. So yeah, and a fodder in Rotom W, my own essentially. Now I go to my Rotom W here, he pain splits. It actually works out nicely because it's gonna leave him low. I need this trade to happen. It's really good for me. So at this point, I just say, okay, I don't think he's gonna stay in. I think he's gonna switch. So Volt, and then I Hydro hits everything. But he actually Hydro, I guess, figuring the same thing. But either way, since I'm naturally IV'd slower, it's going to work really well. Um, Now I'm just going to go Heatran knowing he's no way he's going to Pain Split here. And he Volt switches, which is perfect. Um, if he Pain Split there, he could have won maybe, but even then, he wouldn't need to get lucky against Nicholas. So he goes for Volt Switch there, revealing that he specs, which my team was Scarf, so that's kind of why I was less sure. That did a ton of damage. So yeah, he's actually specs on the Magnezone. I was doing Scarf in this because at the time that was nice to also just take out Drill. I was super paranoid about Drill at this point in the game. So maybe it was someone else's team, like the Uber team that passed in this. I don't know. But either way, I'm going to go for double protect so I'd be able to live. This would have needed a really low roll to kill otherwise. But yeah, spin the odds my favorite, but I didn't get it, which is completely fine. And I'll Surf, he's going to live. So he's got some HP investment as well. So yeah, HP invested specs, not my set. So I not my team maybe, or maybe it is, but someone changed the sets. I don't know. Either way, he's gonna go Chomp here. It's a 4-year-old team, so no point claiming like rights to the six or anything. He's go Chomp, and I don't want to. I just want to confirm he is indeed Scarf because I love this set change. Now I go Tar, knowing Ice Beam will pick off the kill because two kills the opposing Tar with the Brandon Rock, and it takes out the 4 times weakness, of course. So yeah, I'm gonna be able to get that 2 KO. He's not Custax, he's Choppleberry. So now I'm in a pretty commanding position. He goes Chomp. At this point, I'm fine if he locks in the Earthquake. He takes me out, but then I get a kill with Gladius, and if he doesn't, then I get a kill with Ice Beam there. So yeah, and I win the game. So he does in fact Earthquake. Now I go Latios, and I can just slam a kill with Surf, and now that force him to outrage lock, and I could just kind of stall until confusion happens, and I just need to not get crit with Re Nicholas. She goes, and I just recover, and he gets confused. It's great. And now here comes a really crazy sequence. He's an outrage to 42. I'm going to keep recovering because, again, I get confusion eventually. Then I can put it in psychic range. It's not to risk any crits. He outrages again, does 42. I recover. He outrages again, gets confused this time. Oh, fuck, the phone is ringing. I got to pause this. Oh, it stopped ringing. Just kidding. I'm not even going to bother pausing it. He's using outrage again. I'm just trying to fish for confusion. I have enough PP to fuck around and just kind of recover a bit. And now he gets one. That's great. So now I just need one more and then feel comfortable to psychic it. He's going to get no confusion there, but he's still confused. He's going to, again, same thing. And he's doing 45-ish percent. So yeah, he snaps out of it here. Outrages again. Now recover this time. And then the 7 recovers. He crits this time. Thank God I recovered and didn't use that turn of psychic. That would have been devastating. I think here I recover again, but now I know I'm running a little low, but he confuses again, so thank God. I'm really glad I played this conservatively and didn't fuck around and risk my whole tournament's sake. And this time I'm going to recover, and now I'm at full. So now, okay, he's going to confuse eventually, but I'm running low on PP, so we psychic. He goes, he's at 25 and confused. He snaps out of it, he needs a crit to win. No crit, I'm at 24. Confusion hits, but doesn't matter. Psychic's able to take him out, and I'm able to emerge victorious in was a really tight series. He was a strong player, and he was a really surprising team game one. And I was able to claw back in the next two. It was a closer series and comfortable. So I'm happy. I might not have played my best overall, but I'm happy with the end result. And hopefully I'll play better in Spike Tour later. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this round one games. Usually seems in SPLs, you've seen them before, I'm sure. But anyway, this is Finch. Peace.